that looks like it's okay. It's recording, so the stream deck is working. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. Y'all should know that by now. So hopefully we can get this situated. I moved the boom mic. It's no longer on the full right side of my desk. It's now where the goofy ring camera setup that I didn't like, but I thought YouTubers were supposed to have. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So let's see here. I'm going to go back to Steam. Run along some Ready or Not. I think I'm probably more talking to myself because I'm going to edit most of this out. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's see if that's capturing the right way. Let's go back to you. There we go. Oh, I lost my whole... There it goes. Wonder what my frame rate's sitting at. Alright, let's go back to Ready or Not. 88 frames, 100 frames. Okay, that's not terrible. It's not terrible. Let's see here. All right. Welcome everybody to Ready or Not. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to play through. This is my first time recording with my face on here. I figured to finally bite the bullet. I'm not very photogenic, but here we go. So I'm going to do a single player campaign for Commander. I've beaten this game all the way through. As you can see here, it took me quite a while, but you know, when you kind of go through it bit by bit, it's fine. And then I started this one. I have mods on it, but I haven't done anything to it. I literally just got into the precinct. But we're going to try this. At least one mission. Attention. You're about to embark on a grueling journey through the streets of Los Sueños, where death could lurk around any corner. There will be no restarts or second chances once you enter a mission, so bring your A game. Team's lives are in your capable hands, and any losses are permanent. Should you want to cut your losses at any point during a mission, gather your remaining team and return to your initial entry point in order to exfiltrate. Beware, this will preserve your officers' lives, detrimental effect on their mental state. That's one of the most irritating parts of this game, is the stress meter. Yeah, we're ready. And the management of the team. Like I said, it is modded. I do have mods installed on this. One of them is to soften up how awful use of force is. I'm changing this because I'm not running anything full black. We're gonna go multicam. And I guess I unlocked all these on my other playthrough, so let's go ahead and throw these on. They didn't give me a specific armor to wear. It doesn't really matter. I'll be able to mess with my radio while I'm wearing it, sure. Let's see. Get my Nomex gloves out. No, they don't have Merrill's in here, but these are like the closest thing to them. Merrill Solomon kind of cross to it. And I've gotten most of the unlocks here. Don't really care much about this stuff. You know, need that. Where's my... Get my Mary tattoo on, so it's fairly similar to my actual ink. I'm gonna give him a gun belt. Sure, basically gonna make him. We're gonna make him not SWAT. What everybody complains about. It's SWAT officers. Oh, and this is funky. They got flashlight, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. And which one do I like? I don't like that one. I don't remember which one. There's the old school broom handle. We'll go with the combat grip. Why not? Yeah, I got my riser. I got the SOCOM suppressor replacement, so it's the RC2 instead of whatever one they had in here. Yeah, we'll run Daphne. We'll run Daphne old school. We don't really give much of a shit about this. I would not care this if I didn't have to, but in this game it's kind of useful. There we go. Sure, get us a little rolling special going on there. I don't want to change any of this, but I do want to swap some of this out. Now, this is kind of the big thing with this game is your loadout is key. and any of you guys that have never played this, once you actually get into it, you're going to realize the maps that you're going into, the threats that you're dealing with, especially the modified one that I have, which is usually more suspects in certain areas, or the behavior is altered. But regardless, even if you're in vanilla game, the maps are too big for the number of men that you're bringing. Some of these, like one of them, you hit an entire medical center. I'm picking at the fuzz on my whatever this mic thing is. The maps are way too big for a 5-man team. You would be hitting this with a platoon size element if this was in the military. Law enforcement, you'd be getting just about every kind of, like, there's one of them, there's an active shooter with a bomb threat that you don't know about the bomb threat in a university, which is my least favorite map. I absolutely hate that map. I think it's the only one I haven't S ranked yet. But it's incredibly irritating, and it's just not practical to try to hit it with 5 guys, especially because you're on a time. I don't need to carry C2 because they're going to C2 it. I usually don't carry a taser. The wedges are super huge because you can jam doors behind you, and since you don't have follow-on elements to pull rear security, and you don't want to have to back clear every time you go through. Let's see, we can dump this, and I'll carry an additional flashbang. Flashes are the best way to get guys to give up. One of those missions you actually have to take people alive, and that's incredibly irritating. Let's see here. I don't actually want to run the Daphne that I had back in the day. I'm going to run the way she looks now. So, was it? Yeah, it's T2. There we go. There we go. And, no, we don't want the regular. We want the mall. There we go. All right. Cool. Now let's stop playing dress up, and I guess I need to look at the actual boys, huh? I did have some presets in here because I was messing around with a lot of this, so that's good. Let's get these guys tricked out so that they at least. Oh, he was a shotgun guy. Now, I don't think I've used shotguns in this game yet. So, oh, they all have quad nods. Why do they have quad nods here? No, thank you. Too heavy. All right, and he's carrying gas, which we don't use that much, but that's okay. He's actually my long gun guy. We're gonna give him the Spectre. Way overpriced and kind of outdated by now, but you can't put an LPVO on that role here. So, oh, these guys are all blanked out. That's kind of lame. All right, hold on real quick. Let me get them situated so that they can be ready to rock and roll. We're gonna give them these. I don't know why they all have quad nods. That's not great. No, his pants. I gotta change that. I'm gonna spend this whole stupid game playing dress up. I don't like that the holster doesn't auto fill there if you don't put a belt on them. Like, they should still have a holster model of some variety if they're gonna mandate, you taking a sidearm. As I've stated previously, I'm not a fan of carrying a pistol. They suck. They're heavy, and if you're down to them, then you're not having a good damn day. So, why not? Who cares? I don't need any face wear for this guy, but I do want to change him back to PVS 31s. There we go. Alright. Bravo. He's going to be my breach man too. Oh, there we go. We'll throw him in that rig. I don't think it really matters. I want them to have some variation just so that I can tell them apart, but honestly, you don't really care in game. They all kind of perform exactly the same, which is to say not well. The AI in this game is incredibly bad. I want this guy to have no knee pads. They got some old M81 in here. Yeah, why not? I don't know why you would run no knee pads, but sure. Oh, I guess those look more like my Merrills. I guess those could work. Give him generic other kind of whatever. And we need to change his. Yeah, we can give him that one. Why not? Yeah, oh, he's still wearing PVS or the GPNVGs. Let's get 31s on him. And you can kit them out with gas masks and stuff to offset the less lethal. That's a really big part of this game. I might one day do a playthrough where I try to figure that out. But honestly, being less lethal in this game is such a nightmare. It is miserable. And it doesn't ever really go that great, if I'm honest. Yeah, I might as well let him rock and roll with that. We'll go throw the only. I think those are the only named pair of shoes that are, or named pair of gloves that are in this entire thing. Kind of like these better, if I'm honest. All right, enough dress up. I think that should be all of them. Get a little bit of variation on them. Let them be their own special snowflake. Oh, I didn't do Delta. Well, shit. Here we go, Delta. Let's get you looking somewhat like your boys over there so that we can all look uniform when we roll into a house and get shot to shit, because that's usually how this goes. If you're unmodded, if you're running an unmodded game, the AI in this one is... Those are the stupidest sunglasses ever. The AI in this one, except for your guys, is brutal. Your guys are kind of like, and they'll just wander around. And then, so like randomly, they will like, what am I setting for? What is this? I don't know why there's a style thing here, because we're still on the belt. But, oh, hold on. Yeah, let's keep it bland. There we go. All right, and then we change his vest so that everybody can match, and we can all feel better. I don't want that one to match though. And I don't have a heavy rig that's got multicam. They're all kind of... The Bortac one is different. Let's run the different one of these down here, I guess. Although I think we had a guy that ran that already. So then you end up running out of variation, and this is even modded, which makes it worse. Because like I want my guys to look different. Because then if you have them kitted out differently, you know, you need to know which team has which stuff, and like I know that this guy's carrying gas, but I need these guys to carry something different. So if he's carrying the ram, never messed around with the riot shield either, so that's a thing. Charlie can carry... What's Charlie going to carry? Charlie can carry the mirror. I usually carry the mirror because that's really helpful to look underneath stuff. But then once you kind of get to... Oh, I didn't do his helmet either. Shit. Once you get to like actually playing the game, I don't think I changed any of their equipment once we were going. Like I'm not messing with any of that. It's not... like it's just time to go. Like I want to kind of set them to be who they're going to be and then leave it at that. All right, I think that's everybody. And the equipment changes. The like it'll always kind of stay at this preset when you go in. Your I guess the actors, the operators that are playing the role will change. The UI here in the PD in the station is awful. But this is kind of what this looks like, and then you have to like get all these things out of the way. So it's a welcome thing, hire, blah blah blah. It'll teach you all the stuff, and then you have to every mission you have to get rid of those menus, the backspace and the page up to get rid of this stuff, which is great when you've never played the game before. But if you've played it, you don't need that every time, and they just don't quite get that. So we're gonna go with the Jose Diaz, the nutritionist. All right, so we have an intimidator, kicker. I don't know what S-bags mean, but it's the stress relief guy, and then we have a veteran for accuracy. So I think we could probably... I don't know how he's a veteran if he's only got 1 year on the force, but maybe he's military before he became law enforcement. I don't know. The descriptions for some of these guys are AI generated, and that's kind of irritating too, because it really breaks your immersion, and I think that's what they're really trying to go for in this game. So we're going to run the nutritionist, even though none of their abilities have been unlocked. So these guys get experience over time, kind of like an RPG, and then getting out of this menu is always pain. So they have a little chest-mounted, whatchamacallit. But yeah, so every mission, you guys will build stress. If you shoot civilians, if you shoot each other, if you flash each other, if you do any of the... things you're not supposed to do, their stress levels go up. And obviously if they get wounded or they do something they're not supposed to do, or they die, then you have to replace them. The other guys get stressed out if you lose officers. So, we're going to do the gas station, which is thank you, come again. You pick it. And some of the missions you'll get a spot to select which way you want to insert, and then you'll hit ready, or Y, whatever you happen to be on. I guess if they ever port this over to console, which I don't know that they ever will, but that'd be kind of cool. This is a lot more, I think, geared to play with friends. You should be playing this with other people. Oh, I don't have my nods. Oh, I didn't do my character much at all. Well, shit. All right. So I got these stupid goggles on. Everybody else is running nods except for me. That's great. That's okay. So, then you start out here with this entire gas station. It's a first-person shooter for the most part, and then you have this system down at the bottom right. I don't know if you guys can see it, with the command setup for your team. And then basically you give them orders. You can split them into 2 different teams. It does not work well. So like if I mouse wheel, I can go blue team and red team.
All teams. Use the wand. Check for target.
And then gold team is everybody, which is what I usually just end up doing because it's a pain in the ass to try to direct 2 different teams at the same time. The UI does not do well because it's whatever you're pointed at. So right here, the only thing I can have them do is fall in on me, which just returns the stack. So what we're going to do, we're going to go explosive here since I didn't see anything. I'm not a specialist at this. I'm not a professional. I had a little bit of time doing some of these things when I was much, much younger. But if you guys want to see serious guys that know what the hell they're doing, the best ones to look at are like Justin Red 87, Controlled Pairs, guys like that. And so, actually, I think hold on. Yep. Totally had my headset on the wrong way. See? So what a lack of professional I am. Alright, so then we're going in. The other thing that I will say about this is any of you guys that have played like Ground Branch, the weapon movement is not like that. They're trying to go for that same level of kind of realism, but alright, I'm going to leave you guys here while I kind of diagnose this. And then what ends up happening is you'll try to be managing a space that's way too big for the amount of guns that you've got. And then everybody drops chem lights too, so that ends up becoming too confusing as you go through sometimes. Especially with the mission under the ground, the tunnel one with the coyotes. Let's see here. All right, we got a bunch of open doors, and then they can also booby trap doors. I've had them. It's like random, but you can essentially get booby trapped on a bathroom that's empty and locked, and your guys won't automatically check if. And this is already locked, so I'm going to wedge this so it's double secured. We're going to come over here, and we're going to try to piecemeal off one bit of a time. And that is something I had to learn the hard way with this game. So in a real world environment, we would have brought a lot more guys here. We'd be hitting it from multiple different directions, and we would have some sort of containment, where we don't have to worry about squirters or people coming behind us. The only thing we really can do for weapon movement is the space bar, which lowers this, so I at least don't flag everybody all the time. Okay. Alright, so we know he's here. So we're going to try to neutralize him without shooting him in the chest, because that's usually something that... Bring order to chaos, find crystal, find store manager, and rescue civilians. Okay. Now that part usually works well. See, he gave up. He got him. I'll get his weapons. The knife thing is a thing. It sucks. Oh. Alright, well, while you guys are shooting everything through the side of this building, I guess they got him. Okay.
Surgeon secure. I have to cuff you for our safety.
That was convenient. I didn't think that guy was going to show up right there in front of me, but I also went by myself, which is also a no-no. This game, you don't really have much of a choice sometimes. The AI is so bad that... And this is even the modified one, which is supposed to improve their capabilities.
Start a search.
I got it.
It's really bad. The AI is awful in this game.
Provide support. Restrain them. High ground to talk. Civilian control.
Okay, found the little girl. And now, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but once I shot that last guy, it checked the box for Order to Chaos, so we know all the threats are gone, at least the shooters. But now we have to worry about everything else. Alright, and I don't have nods, so we're going white light here, because that's the best I got.
We're good to go. Move in and clear. Roger.
And one of the things you have to worry about is that they will not check for traps before opening it. So like that bathroom I was talking about, that was literally absolutely nothing. It was a sit room. There was no purpose to it. It was smaller than this, the bathroom. There was no guy in it. But if I didn't tell them to hit the mirror. All right, let's actually come to me. Because we're going to go check some of these other side areas.
Move and clear.
I don't know why I'm still room clearing, like there's bad guys here, but I always assume that there is. And then the other thing is the door mechanics. So, like, there's certain areas you can look at on the door. So if I look here, I can see lockpick, door jammed. This is the main open door thing, which is like push the door all the way open. The boot is here. Oh, it's not going to show up. Opti wand's down there, and then that wedge is in the bottom corner. But you have to be in the right area. So like this would show as kick. This just shows as door locked. If I pick this, if I come over here, and it doesn't always detect right. So sometimes you'll be holding down and he'll just be jiggling the handle like it was still locked. And then you can peek it, which is great if you're looking for tripwires. But if you hit it in the wrong spot, it's going to read this, and then you push it open and it explodes and you die. So that's a little irritating. They could use some more definition in that regard.
Secure the area.
Roger.
And go ahead and let these guys search and sweep. Now I'll come check this last room. Oh no, this is just the main area. Oh, and they didn't get these guys. Okay. Alright, let's do this by ourselves, which is something you would never do. And again, I think working through this with... Oh, rescued all civilians. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's going to push me out. Oh, it kept my personal best from before, so that's a little inconvenient. I wish it swapped that back out when you start a new playthrough. So, but we got an S rank. Again, it's modified, where you don't get penalized for just trying to do what you're trying to do. I also have a mod in here that modifies some of their stress, so that does factor in. Alright, let's see here. We're going to go back to Los Sueños Police Headquarters. So then every time you come in here, this mission debrief is going to pop up on the right, and it's going to show you everything that you've unlocked, but I guess it's just going to keep it all in there from my last playthrough, so I won't be able to tell. And I'm going to make sure I put my nods back on, though, because the anti-flash goggles... They're helpful if you get flashed, but that's few and far between. Kara, come get him!